Classic Game Room is brought to you by Ethel the Cyborg Ninja, Book 1, and Jesus the Coked Up Chicken #1, Special Edition, now on Amazon.
Back Classic Game Room on Patreon!
Banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the Intergalactic Space Arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room, coming to you from outer space, where the future of law enforcement is not Ed 209 or RoboCop, it's mice, as seen in Mappy for your Sega Game Gear. Ed 209 approved. Here's a game you don't hear about very often. It's Mappy, originally released to the arcades in 1983 from Namco. This is the Sega Game Gear version, which looks and plays really well. I've heard about this game for a long time, but never played it until just recently. I like it a lot. Old television, check. Ancient transistor radio, check. My favorite part of this game is the stuff that we're collecting. Old computers, a boombox, the Mona Lisa. They're all obsolete. Come on, get those bonus points.
Bonus points. I want bonus points.
It's kinda like Pac-Man with mice and cats mixed with a bit of lock and chase, but not really. It's actually got a totally different flow and a unique set of challenges. This is a really fun game, and it won't cost you very much for your Game Gear. I don't know if it has a Western release, if it ever received a Western release, but the Japanese one, which I'm playing here, is not very expensive and does play on Western Game Gears. So, here's what you do. You collect all the stuff while avoiding the enemies, but it's tricky because you can't see the whole screen at once. Now, I haven't played the arcade version, but from the screenshots, it looks similar. Unlike Pac-Man or Dig Dug, you can't keep an eye on all the bad guys at once, so sometimes when you're running down one of the hallways, it's a bit of a leap of faith. Make sure that nothing is chasing you if possible. Yeah! It's such a cheerful game. That's what the world needs now. More cheerful games. The world just needs more cheer in general. The world needs Mappy on the Game Gear, which is very good. Especially if you have a sweet modded Game Gear like I do. That's true, a modded Game Gear makes everything better, but like a lot of old school handheld games, this one is simple enough to play well on this small screen. But it's of course terrible to record from the small screen, so it's best enjoyed like this. Mappy, if you like 1980s arcade games, you're gonna love this one. And I'm pretty sure I've seen it in numerous Namco collections over the years. It's not nearly as well known as Dig Dug or Pac-Man or Galaga or loads of other Namco games, but it's highly addictive once you get into it. Who's got the balloons now, dog? It took me many games to figure this out, but if you can catch that one big fat enemy behind something, you score some bonus points. Open the door to die! However, all of the other enemies will kill you if they touch you unless you're jumping. Use that to your advantage. Do not get surrounded. It always ends poorly for Mappy. In addition to collecting things, there's lots of other ways to score points, like dropping bells on enemies, opening those alarm doors into their face. And I think you can string your collectibles together if they're the same type of collectible, because you know how it works. One old computer multiplied by 2 old computers equals more awesome old computers. Ooh, a 3 times bonus on that one. Very nice, I'll take it. Mappy is a reasonably simple game to dive into and and start playing, but I can tell it'll take many, many, many more years to master. It's deceptively more complex than it looks for big points, but the controls are simple, it's just easy to play. Yeah! Mappy! Which has very little to do with cartography. Come on up! Hey, there you go. This one is a lot of fun, and I have two people to thank for this. Felicity from Worcestershire, England, sent the game to the show. Thank you, Felicity. And the box art looks really nice, too. And my friend Michael from Chicago and his brothers hooked me up with the sweet modded Game Gear from retrogaming.cyberfreak.com. And freak is spelled with a PH. Just like fantastic, which is exactly what this game is. Give me these balloons. Mice love balloons. Yes, perfect. Look at this. 3,000, 2,000, 5,000. That equals 10,000. Yeah, because it says so. Woo! Dow wow. Alright, I did some more eBay searching for you. Mappy is on the NES and the Famicom. I haven't played those versions yet. And it's on a bunch of Namco collections. So this game shouldn't be too hard to find. It's a lot of fun. If you think it looks good, it's even better. And the old TVs, like Grandma used to have. Because who doesn't love police mice? If your TV has more wood than TV, then you've got a good TV. They're the future of law enforcement. Classic Game Room is brought to you by Ethel the Cyborg Ninja, Book 1, and Jesus the Coked Up Chicken #1, Special Edition, now on Amazon. Welcome to the Lord Carnage Club, being shouted from within. A Turbo Volcano! Starting with Andy and Abby Schleiss. Jeff Breyer. Derek Langley. Michael and Ariana Nelson. Benjamin Woodring. Steven Chucknick. Al Stever. Ian Shore. You sure are awesome. Jason Goy. Sergio Matthias Hergert. Chip Sink Bale. Busy Signal. Sean Zoltek. Rick DeBarros. Philip Strabenmuller. Jack Stavris. Ohad Kane. And Tiago Pereira dos Santos Silva from Porto, Portugal. Tiago Pereira dos Santos Silva from Porto, Portugal.